Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't been on here in forever. I know that that's like true. I've been traveling and working out, running. Oh my goodness. So Dylan, my younger son, is in phase 3 of his workouts for his training program for college soccer. I want to tell you. So I'm so incredibly grateful. I'm so grateful for my health and for my ability to get out there and run with him, because we run these wind sprints that's like a mile, and then he runs 1 miles and then 2 miles. So I rollerblade with him, and so I've got the music and I'm the pace car, and so that's 5 miles. So it's 6 miles, and he's going every day. I'm going every other day, because gotta work. And it's just, oh my God. And then he runs shuttles after that, and now he's like, and we have to put in 1 more mile. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know what might but if we could take all that. But I'm so incredibly grateful for the opportunity to be able to like do this with him. So I'm skating or running like 6 miles in the morning, a couple, like 3 or 4 days a week. And then I've been, and it's making my brain tired. So I feel like my body is exhausted and my brain is following along. And he's going to leave for college in 3 weeks. And then we had Eli come home last night, and I'm super excited to have both my boys home for a little while. So that's really, really nice. And then we were in Dallas for a few days for Mary Kay's annual convention, because they still keep my job as Mary Kay director. So I love to be able to go and see my friends and pick up prizes, and we had a really fun time. Hi, guys. So we had a really fun time, and so I feel like I'm playing catch up because I didn't get back till late Sunday, and just had to sort of dig out my office. So, and I know so many of us are still dealing with the effects of the retrograde. And yes, it's still going on. Yes, we're still in retrograde. But now we have the full moon, and so now the moon's in Capricorn, which is awesome, because that's going to help. It's going to help with the retrograde a little bit. It's going to feel a little bit more grounded. But the thing that I want to, I want to tell people, because the retrograde brings up stuff. And so one of the things that we talk about a lot is, with the retrograde, you can get caught up in the drama, but only if you choose to. And part of that is, and it's not as easy as saying, oh, I'm just not participating in the drama, because the drama, it's so subtle that comes in through your energy and how you react to other people, that we are caught in the drama before we even realize that we've just had that knee-jerk reaction. And so it becomes really super important to stay grounded, and to go out and stand in the grass in bare feet if you can, and get out in some kind of nature. So even this morning at the track for the high school, and it was nice that the football team wasn't there today, because there's usually like 100 guys running, stomping along the stadium steps and running around the track and stuff like that. But it was nice that it was just us this morning, and the band is in band camp, so there's like a lot of yelling and the drumming and the things in there, because they're not into the music part yet. They're into the counting really, really loud, and learning the marching part. So, but even in that, there's these beautiful trees that surround the campus, and the clouds this morning were amazing, just amazing. Big white puffy things with swashes of gray, and so many different colors of gray. So anything that you can do that's going to get you out into nature and get you out into fresh air is going to make a difference, is going to make it easier to stay grounded. And, the thing is to just be patient and to take that breath, because you have that with the retrograde. It really does bring up unfinished things. So if you have a relationship with things that are unsaid, or if you have a conversation that was just not finished, or if you have swallowed your words with people that you really would like to say something politely to, and you've swallowed your words, be aware of those things, because that can really make illness in the neck and in the throat area when we swallow our words. So the retrograde is really designed to bring these things up into and really kind of throw them in your face of, where are these gaps that, you're still allowing ego to get through, or your energy is not right. And, where do you need some places that you can work on for yourself? And Capricorn is a little bit more grounding. We had the moon in Cancer before, now we're in Capricorn, so it's a little bit more grounding. Being an earth sign, Cancer is a water sign, brings up a lot of emotions, a lot more feisty things, and so now it's about healing. Now it's about healing of, what can you say? And so one of the things I really want to encourage you right now is use your words, like a lot of them. And I'm not saying lecture people, that's not what I'm talking about. But I think sometimes we can't really get our words out because we are used to being polite or appropriate or whatever. And I'm not saying lecture, I'm not saying ream anybody, but I find that sometimes when I'm frustrated about something or something is agitating me, I don't always know what it is, but when I start verbalizing it, then it comes out. So my husband was in my office and we were talking about something, and I said, I'm feeling very frustrated, and I can't name it, but I'm feeling very frustrated, and I'm trying to figure out where in my body do I feel it, because where you feel things in your body will tell you a lot about what that is connected to. So it was really connected into my solar plexus chakra, my solar plexus area, to really be able to say, I don't like how this feels. This is about me and self-identification and how I feel in relationship to you and what's going on. And I was really able to say to him, I feel like I need this. And he was like, oh, okay, great, no problem. But it was only when I started to verbalize what I was feeling that I allowed that pathway to my brain to be able to say, here's what's going on. And especially, I think, with feelers, people who feel so many things, that sometimes it can be very noisy. And I say sometimes, it's always very noisy in there to be able to hear all the emotions and the energy that's going on in our brains, and to be able to understand what it is that, to sift it. And I often talk about it like sorting spaghetti, because when you're feeling the energy of all these people, and so I just came back from Dallas where there was literally thousands of people, and it took all my energy every day to keep the bubble of protection around me and my crystals on me, and to be, with women that I knew, understood my energy things, and that would help protect me, and to really not let all that stuff get on me, and take time in quiet places and step away, and get away from the hoopla, and really just have that time for self-care to be able to just breathe. And I was actually really, usually I in past years, I feel like I need to flee the building and find a tree, and I didn't feel like that this time. And I thought that was, that was really nice. But again, to have that feeling of 1,000 different emotions and try and sort through that spaghetti and figure out which ones are yours can be overwhelming. And so asking and starting to talk, and that does create a situation for feelers, and the patient person who is hopefully listening, and that, yeah, you may ramble a little bit, because sometimes it takes a minute for your brain to siphon and be able to go, oh, okay, this is what it is. This is what I need. This is what's going on. This is what's frustrating me. This is what I need to address. This is whatever that thing is. And so in a retrograde, we're made uncomfortable. We're made uncomfortable by other people or situations. We're made uncomfortable because we have that place to identify within ourselves that needs to be addressed and healed. And so it's very easy to just go retrograde and I'm putting my head under the covers until it's over. And it's very easy to just, like this. And I really encourage you not to play that way. I really encourage you to step into it and not drown in the feelings, but to acknowledge the feelings and acknowledge the places where you are frustrated and where you are, feeling overwhelmed, and really be able to say, okay, what do I need? And now, let me also say this, if you don't have a patient person that can listen, I am a huge fan of journals, and so I laugh because there's two of them sitting on my desk right now, and I have 3 or 4 more in my bedroom. So let me see. I keep journals everywhere. So there's one in my purse pretty much all the time in case I have a need to do stuff. This is one for articles and blog posts that I'm working on. This is something else I'm working on. I have my personal journal. I have my dream journal, and then I have an online journal that I can access from my phone or my computer, so that when I'm done with this kind of stuff, I can put in there and get my blog posts or whatever. So I'm a huge fan of journals, and so if you are not having a person or a place where you can really vent this stuff out and allow these things to come out of you so that you can identify them, grab a journal, or even like those voice apps, that you have a recording on your phone that you can just talk, and just allow yourself to spit it all out, because it is so cathartic, whether it's writing or speaking. Allow that to come out of you, the things that are frustrating you and the things that are really creating that thorn in your side during a retrograde are the things that we need to address for the healing. So we've talked a lot in past months about releasing and letting go of things, and now it's really time for that healing. So we're looking at those things to say, what is this that's causing me distress or discomfort, and how do I now heal it? So it isn't so much now about letting it all go. Now it's more looking more critically at the situation to say, okay, do I understand this situation, and how do I now heal it? What is the part? Because retrogrades, they show us about ourselves. So what is it about me that I need to be healing? What is it that I need to address? What am I not willing to see in my own self to be able to address that? And so here, I love the cards. Because here we came with number 1, victory, which is you are getting through it. And retrograde is only going to last for a few more days, because it is such a huge victory when you are willing to look at yourself. It is such a huge victory when you are really willing to get face to face, eyeball to eyeball with yourself in the mirror and say, okay, where are my blind spots? What am I missing? What am I refusing to see about myself that I need to heal? What do I need to address about myself that will help me learn the lesson and walk a better path? And I think sometimes we have things or people that come into our lives, and we consider them to be the lifeline, and we consider them to be, we cling on to that thing, or that person or that situation long after it's healthy. And it's so important to be able to let go. And I say this even for my own self, because I know that this is one of the things that I'm working on in this retrograde, is what is it that it's time to, and I want to say to release, but it's not about letting go of that person or situation out there, but it's about letting go of that person or situation in here, and healing the place that continues to hold. I think sometimes we get in these situations where we want to let go of this situation over here, and we're holding on to the new place, like we're moving to that new place, but it's like a trapeze. You've got to let go to go to the other one, and letting go is terrifying, and you got to let go to swing to the next trapeze, and to be able to move forward. And so a lot of times, my younger son, he likes to watch American Ninja Warrior and The Rock. He's got the new show, and I see them, and they're like going through, where they have to go hand over hand and grab the things, and they lose the momentum, and then now they're stuck in the between of the two handles, and they're stuck, and they're like, they've got to now create momentum to try and can you get off? Come back. I'm stuck. No, I know the. No, it just the Facebook Live. It says I'm stuck. Well, my phone. Well, my phone seems to be showing the video, so but my computer says I'm stuck. But my phone seems to be working. That you're. Yay! Thanks, David. I'm not stuck. Awesome. Thank you. Always happy when a friend comes by and tells you you're not stuck. I think that's so hilarious because it's like indicative of the retrograde, that we need to stop and take that breath that I was talking about yesterday. David, you're my hero. To stop and take that breath, to listen to what's going on around you. So yay, I'm so happy I'm not stuck. So we go back to the card of victory, where you have, to look at those things that you need to release. So we were talking about being stuck in between the trapezes. And so really it's important to take that step to release that one thing and heal that place in your heart and in yourself, because the reason we don't let go of things is because we're still nursing the wound and holding on to what was instead of embracing what is. And so this week it's not so much about letting go, but it is about healing the places that are still feeling a little soft and tender inside of ourselves. And it takes a long time. It takes a long time. If you've ever had a bruise or a bump, or my girlfriend broke her toe, these things, they can take a long time to heal. We helped friends move on the 1st of June, and I bumped my shin bone into the moving trolley that had some furniture on it, and right into my shin bone, and I still have like a raised part and a sore spot, because bone bruises can take a long time. So we have to be patient and we have to be gentle with ourselves. But the victory is when you're not falling into the emotional roller coaster and getting sucked into the drama of the retrograde. And so here, I love that the next card was clear your space. Clear your space. So with clear your space, because it is really about taking that breath, clearing your energy, taking that breath, standing in the grass, letting the tree energy work with you. And really, I teach people a lot about what James Van Praagh calls running your chakras. And I love this way to clear your energy, because it isn't just about clearing your physical space, but you have to clear your space as well, and clear the energetic space around you. So when you are standing anywhere, hopefully in the grass, then feeling that energy come up from the bottom of the earth and coming up through the base of your feet and coming up your legs and meeting in the root chakra and coming up to the heart, and then that energy spills out forward like a waterfall and it comes out. And then you have the energy that comes down from the divine from above, and it comes through that crown chakra and through the third eye and through the throat chakra and to the heart chakra, and it also spills out. And so that you're having these energies coming this way. One's coming down, one's coming up, meeting in the heart chakra and spilling out forward. And to be able to have that, and so as they come forward, then they circle around behind and they go back up to where they came from or down where they were. And so it's this circle from the above through to the heart chakra and below, coming up from the bottom and out the heart and going back down to Mother Earth and up and down. And so this one's coming down and then up. And so you're having these things going, and so that energy connects you above, so you are above as you are below, and connects you. And that is such a beautiful way to clear your energetic space. And I love it because it feels great, but it's also something you have to kind of think about for a minute, which helps calm your brain from all the other stuff that we think about, you know, all day long. And so then, all right, let me know if I get stuck again. Because it still says the little wheel is spinning. It says I'm trying to reconnect. So okay, so then the third one is life review, and I love this. I love this because we associate this so much with what happens to us when we pass, when we leave our body and we are transitioning into, you know, the next world, and then we go into life review. But it's so important to have life review now, because again, that retrograde is bringing up all of these things that we are looking at, what needs to be healed, and this is exactly what they're talking about with this card of life review. So you really are, okay, so the thing I want to leave you with is you really truly are, you are okay, you are okay, you're getting through the retrograde, you are, and remember, it's about choosing to engage in the drama or not choosing to engage in the drama. The moon is now in Capricorn. It's a much more grounded place to be, but it is about looking at yourself and allowing what the retrograde is bringing up, those irritants, those places of pain and frustration. What is it that the retrograde is bringing up for you to be healed? Okay, it's no longer really about releasing, but it's about what needs to be healed. Clearing your energetic space, who and what is around you that you're holding on to, that again, that needs to be healed, and learning how to practice cycling those chakras, so that energy coming up and out, down and out, and circling back around. Because I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to cycle your chakras, your chakra energy, and leave me a comment on how that went for you, because I would love to hear about that. It is really a wonderful technique. And just know that everything that's being shown to you right now, and so if people are coming up and situations keep coming up that it seems like it's the same situation over and over again, this is something for you to be looking at and learning from. But what is it that you are meant to be learning and healing right now? And ask yourself, ask your guides to show you these things, but understand that this is the time. One of the things the retrograde is doing is creating these frustrating situations of things that we need to look at to be healed. So if something is being that thorn in your side, that there's a reason for it. And so instead of getting all like, look at what is that situation, take that breath, look at that situation, and see, what is it that I'm supposed to learn from this? Cycle the energy, cycle the chakras. What is it I'm supposed to learn from this? What can be healed from this? Okay. All right. So we have our postcard. And I pulled this yesterday with every intention of getting on here. So it says, dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so that they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. I love it. It's just what we exactly were just talking about. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is well. All is well. It's a retrograde. It will pass. It's okay. And it has a purpose. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive and strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones that we want you to keep thinking, as they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so much. I love this. I love that the postcard is exactly what we've been talking about. Being gentle to yourself, being kind to yourself, allowing yourself to process through the energy and the emotions and to be healed. Keeping positive with your words, not engaging in the drama, not getting sucked into the spiral of retrograde, and really taking this opportunity of retrograde to heal the things that you're being shown. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I'm sorry I got stuck. I'm glad I wasn't stuck really. If you like this video, share it with your friends and leave a comment. Cycle your chakras. Leave a comment and tell me what's going on with you in the retrograde and how can I help. I love reading the comments. I try to answer every single one of them. I love connecting with you. And I wish you all the most wonderful, fabulous, bright, sunshiny, retrograde, drama-free day.